My content is for 13 and up or adult collectors of the product. Hello everyone, and for this video we're going to be doing the breakdown on XIPHOID XCALIBUR, so please subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on. And shout out and credit to Mo from the WBO for any translation help and assistance. I wanted to make sure I get the info right on this and I don't rush it out. But I think overall it's a very positive opinion on the Excalibur. A lot of stuff seems pretty good for it, and I am fairly excited to see it eventually whenever we get it. So we're going to go over it now, and please let me know your thoughts in the comments, whether you're for or against the Excalibur, whatever your reasons are. This release is so important to me because especially after Gatling Dragon, I really need an overall solid release. I'm just talking about the core and the blade in specific, because Gatling Blade was kind of disappointing. Dragon Core was good and D-Gear was good, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Obviously, the only, like, super negative that I must say is the Sword Dash. It was a poor choice, whether it's standard or competitive, it's simply not good. There's no defending it. If it's a poor driver choice, it's a poor driver choice, and you will not see me defending TAKARA TOMY when it comes to BU for the choice there. So we get a look at the disc, which is Xanthus. So for Xanthus, you probably hear me clicking a lot. So with Xanthus, it's looking pretty thick. It's obviously designed to specifically work with the XIPHOID blade and align with the contact point. Xanthus is looking interesting, I must say. Hopefully it weighs a bit. With the shape and everything, it's looking pretty, like, good. I do think for at least XIPHOID this should be pretty useful. I don't think Savior or Ultimate will benefit much, or Guilty will benefit much. I think NX plus S will probably do a better job, but who knows. We see a very good side profile of XIPHOID XCALIBUR. I think it looks good enough. Now, what I'm really hoping, because even if the side profiles, like I said the same thing for Gatling, hoping the weight, hoping it makes actual contact with the layer and everything. Well, it doesn't look right, so okay, so that's probably fine. I just hope it's heavy, man. That's like the one thing, because if it's not heavy, then it's going to be a lot harder to really push for it. I think all the BU blades have been, I guess minus Divine, but you could say Divine with A gear eventually when we see it. But they really need to make sure this thing's heavy. That's like the most, like, other than a bunch of other things, that's like one of the things I'm really hyper focused on. So they're basically showing the gimmick, and credit to Mo from WBO for the translation for this. So basically what happens in battle is that you will lose clicks, and the gimmick will activate where it is Ichigeki mode, and that is single or one strike or blow or hit. You decide whatever. So that is the normal state that it is in. And then after in battle, what'll basically happen is that the sword pops out. Bada bing, bada boom. And yeah, then you get to the other mode for Excalibur. Now what I'm wondering is how easy is this going to be to actually accomplish, because unless the teeth aren't too crazy for the thing to work, like, I don't really get it, unless the thing is maybe just high recoil and it just, like, gets to that state pretty easily. I don't know how hard or easy it's going to be to actually get to that state. Hopefully it's, like, reasonable. Also, the most hilarious thing out of this release is, again, making fun of Sword Dash, is that it doesn't even align with the thing. Like, at least if they pick Sword Dash, you could be like, oh, well, they did the whole alignment thing, like when Buster or whatever, with, like, Dagger and the sword and the layer and whatever and the disc, right? The Sword Dash not even aligned, so why not Iron Dash, right? We got cheated out of Iron Dash. I'm actually angry. We got cheated out of Iron Dash. I mean, anyways, for how it looks aligned, there's some other shots in the video where they actually show it. It seems like it'll be good enough. It looks pretty wide. Nothing too crazy on Xanthus. I'm really just focused on it for, like, XIPHOID. We see a little bit of a kind of, like, tilted front shot with it. I'm just hoping that thing murders Vanish. That thing murders Dynamite F gear. That's what I want. That's what I want. Because, like, we already have Guilty, which Guilty is, like, an extremely solid attacker, but Savior and Ultimate are not on Guilty's level, and I'm hoping XIPHOID comes close. The Armor 1, nothing really else to say. It's designed for Excalibur, so I'm just thinking just Excalibur, really. I'm trying to make sure I'm pretty fair in this. I'm not trying to gaslight every part or anything. I'm excited for the release, right? But the armor, I'm not expecting anything out of just XIPHOID. And then after for high mode, you can see that obviously it's, I think all the gimmicks in BU for high mode, except I guess Divine, they've actually had something that actually affects the thing, so I'm pretty sure that's blocking the sword there. Yeah, because it can't stay. So that'll be interesting to at least try out. It looks kind of funny. Now, the cool thing is actually with Xanthos is that there's a little tab on the disc, and what that's supposed to do is it's supposed to basically touch on the core tab. And I think, what is it? It's on Belial too, and it's basically on Excalibur for both of them. That they both have a little rectangular square on them. So it's basically acting like a... Yeah, so you can see on the Excalibur there with the teeth. What it's basically supposed to do is supposed to basically touch that part. So now it makes sense. They really do plan this stuff ahead. I think it's just on those two. They call it a BU lock. What it's basically supposed to do is like, you know, kind of like Lord has that burst resistance with the little stoppers thing. It's kind of like the same principle for it. So resistant-wise, it's looking pretty neat. And then after they mentioned like the tabs for like the driver or whatever for the thing to work for it. So there hasn't been anything that hasn't just had me going like, wow, for it. I'm just hoping, man, this thing slaps. Like, that's pretty much what I can say. And they basically explain it there for how, because they have like the little like slot there open for it. I must say, it's honestly really smart they had the thing work with the gimmick like that. And I think the next shot is them actually showing the red Belial 2 with it. Oh no, this shot's okay. This is the side profile. And the side profile, like I said, not looking too bad. Honestly, Xanthos is a lot thicker than I thought it'd be. And another shot of it aligning with the thing. So I think it's time for this shot. So this is the one with the red Belial 2. The same idea for those little slot stuff there. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Obviously, though, any core on XIPHOID is probably going to look extremely cursed, so I'm not looking forward to using any other core other than Excalibur on it, just for cursed reasons. But if it comes down to it, I probably will. The only core I'm thinking of using on XIPHOID, if Excalibur is a no-no, is maybe Perseus, and I don't know how heavy it is. Hopefully it's like, it actually should be pretty heavy because the sword and everything has to, yeah, honestly, it should be heavy. Heavier than Perseus, we'll find out. Imagine it's like 11G or something. Nah, it's probably 10G or something, being realistic. The launcher looks beautiful. It's dual spin left to the right. I believe that's the, power gear. There's no bearing core unit or whatever on this one, just regular. Right? Yeah, just regular. Sick. I'm very excited to use it. Hopefully the spin count on it is good. Hoping it's just as much as like your average DB launcher, so I can just use that because that thing looks sick. And probably, like, I'm ripcord biased, right? And obviously, just to end off, they did a battle with Ultimate Valkyrie, which is probably the thumbnail for this video. Now, can you guess who wins? Oh, the new release wins. What a surprise. Whoa. So I think overall, final thoughts, looks pretty promising. My prediction, I'll say realistic, maybe low A, and maybe at best high A. I don't know if it'll get to the S. It really just depends on the weights and how it hits. Hopefully it's good, like I said. And yeah, I try to be as fair as possible for this with judging it. But I'm liking it. So I want to mention that we have a store. We recently stocked up on the Astral Spriggan set. We have Hello Kitty for pre-order. We have XIPHOID Excalibur if you're interested in our store for pre-order. We have Gatling Dragon. This is an optional way to support the channel. If you're not interested, guess what? Well, you can just like and subscribe and comment, and I will take it either way. That'll be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and bye.